Nanjala, given that you have written a book on how the political system is out of touch with the new generation, how do you think politicians have been caught off guard by these protests and by Gen Z being so politically engaged and demanding so much of their politicians in a way perhaps the previous generation didn't?
I think what technology has shifted is the ability of people to find each other and to amplify each other and to sort of be able to be dissatisfied together in a way that under analog systems, under, previous media regimes, you wouldn't be able to do, right? You would be receiving information, but you wouldn't necessarily be connecting with your peers. You wouldn't be exchanging ideas. And that's one of the things that this particular mobilization has done that is very, very distinct, that there's a lot of peer-to-peer communication, education, initiatives that people are taking to translate. The finance bill was translated into multiple languages across the country by volunteers, the initiatives that are being undertaken to share information, and that young people really in various localities in the country have more in common today than they might have had 20 years ago, just because of the way information circulates in the country. So that's really one big difference that's caught the political class off guard. But really, the other big difference is this idea that young people are stupid. And this is a pervasive idea in political systems all over the world, that to be young is equated with to be uninformed, with being stupid. And really, that is just consistently proven to be untrue. It's untrue in Bangladesh. It's untrue in Kenya. It's untrue pretty much everywhere else, that youth is not equated to being uninformed. And so really that's what's caught them off guard, that the presumption was, that age kind of locks in a certain wisdom and a certain perspective on issues, but really, wisdom is not a function of age. You can find information, you can study things, you can understand things. And in fact, historically, people are at their most politically active when they're at university age, because they have the time and they have the tools to be able to engage with ideas in a much deeper way than people who are having to balance professional lives and children and all of that sort of thing. So I think that's one of the things that's caught them off guard. They just assumed that young people were stupid, and young people are proving that they're not.
Okay, yes, and interesting you mentioned